Hey everybody, it is me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the reality shows that we're doing is my favorite, Dancing for Relevancy, aka Dancing with the Stars. And this last week was the finale of Dancing for Relevancy, and it was awesome. So the winner, so I'm just going to go right into because it was a 2-week show. Here's the thing, okay? The first week was just an hour, and the second week was 2.5 hours. I thought that was a little long, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm sorry. I thought that if they're going to do 2 weeks, 2 days worth 3.5 hours of shows, I would have rather seen 1.5 hours on the first day and 2 hours on the second day. But that's just me. 2.5 hours is a lot to have to sit through a show. I'm just saying. And I love that show, right? And what I found interesting, so there's all these rumors right now going around about Bonner Bolton and Sharna that they're a real-life couple. But then there's Pearson Fode from Bold and the Beautiful, who was asked who his celebrity crush is, and he said Sharna Burgess. Now, it is a little strange that a normal actor on a soap opera would know who Sharna Burgess is, but he was like, I love her so much, and she was like, he's very sweet, and that's all that they would say. And now people are speculating that they're actually dating. So who is she dating? Who knows? But she did a good job with Bonner. I don't think that they should have won, and they didn't win. The winner was Rashad, but he should have won. I mean, but he did good. I mean, considering he's got metal hips, so I thought he did great for his ability. I thought he was fine. Okay, moving on. So the final three were David Ross. That's his last name, Ross. David Ross, Rashad Jennings, and Normani Corday formerly from Fifth Harmony. Are they still called Fifth Harmony? Are they called Fourth Harmony now? Are they looking for another member? I don't know what's going on with them. Or are they even together anymore, or have they all broken up? I don't know. But so she was the three of them. Now, I knew it was between, once Nancy, Erica, and Heather had all been voted off the show, one right after the other, I knew it was going to be between Normani and Rashad. I knew it. But here's the thing that tripped Normani up. The freestyle. Everyone always talks about how the freestyle is the most important dance of the season. And if you get to the freestyle, that is your chance to shine. And it is 100% true. And because, I think, this is my opinion, because Normani's freestyle was not that great, it was okay. The dance she did the week before, her New Orleans-inspired dance, if she had done that for the freestyle, I thought she would have come in at least second place. But she ended up coming in third. And no one connected really with her freestyle. And she used children, which is kind of a cheap way to get votes. And I think America at this point now, we kind of are onto her. We're onto that particular way of thinking, So she ended up coming in third. And David Ross ended up coming in second place. So God bless you, David Ross. You better just come out of nowhere, be the first person from Major League Baseball out of years and years. The show's been on for like 12 years, right? So to be one of the first people from Major League Baseball and make it to second place. I mean, and your freestyle was great. His freestyle was great. It was really good. So kudos to you, David Ross. You did really an excellent job. Now, Rashad. Rashad's freestyle was epic. It was. So there are certain freestyles, and Julianne touched on this in her review of the freestyle. She said, there are some freestyles that you will always remember. They're iconic. One of them is when Apollo Anton Ono and Cheryl Burke did Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. That's an iconic freestyle. Another one is when Julianne Hough... Oh, no. Yeah, Drew Lachey. It was Drew Lachey and Cheryl Burke, and Apollo Anton Ono and Julianne Hough doing Bust a Move, season like 3 or 4, right? That was iconic as well. Another iconic one was when Derek Hough and Amber Riley did, I don't know, some stomp, snap thing she did. It was great though. It was phenomenal. I was like, you better fucking get it. So those are iconic dances, right? But Rashad's is right up there with those three. Like it's an iconic freestyle. It really is. And he did Uptown Funk. Now listen, I've told you how much that I love that song. Shut Up and Dance With Me by Walk the Moon, but that's been used on the show 3 times. But I mean, it had its own fair share of radio airplay, but it wasn't played that much. But Uptown Funk was played for years constantly, right? So even I don't know if it's been used on the show yet or not, but who cares? Because whether it has been used on the show or not, like, okay, here's an example. Nancy Kerrigan did did a Paso Doble to Free Your Mind by En Vogue, but she was like, she knew that song had already been done by Max and Mel B when they were on the show together, and she's right, because it had, and they did kind of a better job of that song. But she did fine, but when you hear that song, who are you going to think of, Max and Mel B or Nancy and Artem? Max and Mel B, most likely. But if anyone ever did Uptown Funk before, you're not going to think about them because you're only going to remember Rashad's freestyle because it was fucking on point. It was so great. It was really good. My friend Tracy, shout out to my friend Tracy Edmiston. Her, that's her married name. Her maiden name is Tracy Bentliff. And I used to call her Tracy Bitchliff because she was ferocious. I loved her. I still love her. We talk all the time. I love her. I love you, Tracy. You're the best. She was like, I watched it in person. Like, she was there in the audience. And she was like, and Rashad's freestyle was, he deserved to win. And I agree. I think America got it right. They voted the right person, Good for you. He was great. So, and not just that, let's look at the other side of the same argument. Emma Slater has been on the show for a while, and she got her first mirror ball. So, kudos to you, Emma Slater. I remember her very first season, she was dancing with, Bill Engvall, right? Who's one of the redneck kings of comedy. And they made to like 3rd place. So I don't think this was her first freestyle. But, I mean, because I think she did on her first season, but he didn't. He came in 3rd. But still, she was like, I have no idea how. I mean, obviously America liked him, and that's how because he was not, by far, he was not her best partner. I think before Rashad, her best partner was probably Hayes Greer. Even though he had issues with looking down, at least at the very beginning of the show, he would always look down at the floor. And it's like, look up! Oh God, nothing irritates me more than a dancer that has his eyes on the ground. It's annoying. Anyways, so I'm proud of her for making this far to the end. Because she's great. Now, if she gets another Mirrorball trophy, then she's tied with my absolute favorite, Kim Johnson. Now, none of the ladies have won the Mirrorball more than twice. Cheryl Burks won it twice. Julianne Huff's won it twice. Kim Herjavec has won it twice. Peter Murgatroyd has won it twice. Karina Smirnoff has won it once. And now Emma Slater has won it once as well. And Sharda hasn't won it at all. So, I just got to say, I'm very proud of you, Emma. You did a really great job. Now then, for the finale, the last show, first of all, way too much of that was filmed outside. I know that it's a really big deal, but when so much of it is filmed outside and you're worried and you go back and forth and too much of it is, it's too much. That was too much. That was a little too much. And then they had this like circus carnival theme that was kind of like, why is there a circus going on right now? Like, what's a carnival? I don't get it. Why? That doesn't make any sense to me. I get that for the fall shows, the theme is always Christmas because it's Christmas time when the show ends. So I understand that. But, is it because it's summertime? There's also other shit you can do in the summer besides go to a carnival. I don't know. I just didn't think it was that weird. But anyways, congratulations, Rashad. And on a programming note, I'm done talking with Dancing for Relevancy until the fall, except just after August 6th, the Wednesday after. It's always on Wednesdays. I'm always doing Dancing for Relevancy on Wednesdays because that is the day. That's the day after the last possible day. They can go back to 2 shows, and I'll still be fine on Wednesday. So Wednesdays is always Dancing for Relevancy. So I'm going to do Dancing for Relevancy the Wednesday after August 6th because I'm going to see the live show. So I'll give you a review of the live show then. So thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Dancing for Relevancy. I'll know you're talking to me. Or to talk Dancing with the Stars. Or you can also hashtag Below Deck Med, because that's coming up next. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, and you can hit that little subscribe button on your YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to me. Get my videos. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. Wubba wubba wubba.